Ready? Great. 8 minutes starts now.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. We is a grandchild and child of a person who has actually been around 50 to 60 years in the construction. So I've seen the problem of the workers as well as the people who are labor contractors or various levels in the chain. So what obviously when there are big companies, big corporates, they put for the have the measurement for the safety compliant, like the proper rope, they would have the airbag and all that thing. And there are few government compliant they do follow, etc. So that is something that is many people are doing. So that is one of the problems that we are already implementing. But the major problem that I see is that they are not following it. So over the period of time when one person works same kind of job, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, his body type started to deteriorate over the period of time. So what we try to pick it up is, can we figure it out what is the body part that is job. So whenever he goes around 50 years, 60 years and later stage of life, he doesn't have to do all this suffering. Okay. So that is the main point, that can we solve that problem? That is the first thing. Now, obviously there would be benefit because it would be more healthier, we be able to efficiently do more work and productive, etc. But there are few other advantages if we solve this problem. One is we can efficiently calculate the insurance. Maybe we can reduce that particular amount. It would be helpful as well for the laborer as well as the builders who are doing that thing. Then if we can integrate those things with the healthcare apps and we have the data of that thing, so let's say even after 10 years, 15 years, someday he complains that, okay, I have this particular issue, then I can actually go back, label my data accordingly or based on his past data, then I can see, okay, whenever somebody does this kind of operation, he is actually facing this issue down the line. So what can I do to prevent it? So those are the advantage of this particular solution. Now, how we try to do the capture it? Basically, whenever somebody is working, so there are multiple ways to capture the data, whether you have the video, image, sensor, or the physical values. So currently, in this particular solution that we solved today, it's based on the image analysis. So we have that image. Go to next. So we try to, there are two ways to figure it out. One is wherever somebody's body posture, whether it's moving or what it's doing, based on that we try to find the key points of their body part and we assess how the XY is moving compared to the normal posture. That is the one thing. But the problem, that is the one way to do it. But the problem is only having this solution, only make processing is there. We don't know how much load he has, what is in his hand, what is the environment and all that thing. We have to manually debug it. But if we use the Google Gemini API or any other APIs, that can actually conversational way we can get some answers from the image. So let's say, for example, somebody is taking the box on his shoulder. Now that box can be empty, it can be full. Now how do you know whether it's full or empty? But based on the facial expression of the person, we can actually get that answer as well. That okay, how is the expression of that person? So we know okay whether it's heavy or not. So based on that, we can correlate both the kind of data, that is body movements as well as what is carrying, what is the expression, what is behaving and everything. And then we combine the both and then we can find the final solution. So there is very high level architecture. So first we have the from data and then it will just store it or directly process it. Obviously, if there are images which are not clear, have some issue, we have to do complete processing. Then we actually have the two ways to do it. One is the YOLO engine that we have used to get the key points of it. If you see that these are the endpoints of the images. And then we have the normal ones. So then actually we calculate with the weight and we try to find the system. And then we know okay, how much it is moving from that particular point. And then even definitely yes, can be because not visible, but it shows in the given. So what all the key points that we are getting it, then we put to the SQL, we map everything, and then you can see the actual analysis. Can go to the browser. Yeah. So here is the actually the above two are the dummy dashboard. But just to give you the brief that what somebody can do it, that is how the health result report is going on, what are the compliance analysis graph if somebody created by mistake or knowing you are not unknowingly. So you can get that. Now the most active working over it over the last. Okay, so you can see that how much percentage impact that particular activity has been done throughout the last 10 days, for example, every day by capturing. And what is the most frequently used one? So there are the body part, and we know that okay, person X has used this particular component move. So should I reshuffle it, shift to somebody else where that particular component used less and move that guy to the here so that we can balance it out? Can you go to the image analysis? Here we have structure. There are actually more than 20 parameters we are captured, showing just the time column. So there are some of the ones that like how the urban risk level, what is the cumulative risk score, max strain part. So basically, strain is something that helps the generative AI us to capture it more because it was kind of hard to get it from the image processing because if there is a break on the head, we don't know what is the weight of it, but the AI can actually answer that. Now the cumulative score is something that I would not say it's a perfect score, but when you keep going and just validate it, and then you know if I is actually validity or not. So based on generally Google has given 10, but we have to verify it. We cannot just blindly trust it. Can we move it slide? So there is the data that we have captured, and these are completely mapped with the user as well as both the key points. Yeah, so these are the kind of risk factors we go next. Yeah. Yeah. So the thing is, there are a few things that is the limitation of it, where if the image is not allowed, we don't have the CCTV, how we capture that particular thing. So for the other option is, we can have the body sensor. I will go to the next. Yeah. So this is all the solution that we can have. There's the limitation that how we collect the data if that is not there. And this is the further improvement. Like if we have the body sensor data, we can do the linear regression and again correlate that with our key point as well as the generative AI. If we have both the sensors, so for example, body sensor is costly, I can do everything, but let's say for training the data labeling, if I use that, train the model, verify every look good, you can remove the sensor after that and just trust your model for the further improvement. So these are the basically our solution. And yeah, that is the question we are debating.
Yeah, so 3 questions predominantly. Number 1 is, personally, I don't believe how accurate would, say, the Gemini be to detect stress or whatever through facial expression. I think the technology is fairly at an nascent stage to realize that. Number 2 is who's the user of this, right? Like who's going to see it on the dashboard? And can you tell me what are the implications of when I see this on the dashboard? Is it also kind of giving me some prescriptions? How does it work, right? Like you're analyzing it, who's reading it?
Yeah. And so let's say there is somebody here, CEO or maybe they are doing the construction of maybe 10 lakh square feet. He has thousands of employees. He wants to see if there any hazardous activity here somewhere. Is there anybody who has done the work for full day without wearing the safety equipment? How then?
You don't need this technology to tell me that, but there are other technologies. So just coming back to the whose problem are you solving? Are you solving the problem of the laborers, or are you solving?
Yeah, I'm solving problem for the laborer, but they won't be my user. User will be actually the people who build the building.
Here, he want to solve the problem of labor when he is on the site.
Mm-hmm.
There are chances when he is at home or office site, something is happening.
Mm-hmm.
There's a risk. If he goes only by this, that part is missing.
Can you repeat? I didn't know.
Like, he's sprained his back at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't actually attribute him spraining his back at home, concluding remarks from this.
Right.
So the impact will be next day when he comes for the work.
Mm-hmm.
The yesterday's pain will cost him more.
Yeah, but what if the 100 people complain? If you don't have a data, if you don't have a data, and 100 people complain, you have no answer. What happens? But now you have the data.
Yeah. Your question?
Yeah. Okay, I think the only question is how would you, because everyone talks about that particular skill, right? So how would you go about doing task station? That would require
Yeah, so I'm not saying that 100% to do that. Okay, that is up to them to usually take a call of it. If I'm the guy, I will say whether he has ability to do something else, right? So even the technology thing, not a one developer can do everything, but we give him a chance, right? So that he can learn something else. So same way here, that is the collaborating way. If the guy who is at the top, he doesn't decide, then he can't do anything. But there is a chance, he gets the data, then he knows, okay, there is actually a problem. Apparently, he doesn't know whether my 10 or 100 MB has a problem or not. But once he sees, oh, that is there, then he tries to do something, can do something on it. Actually, he can reach to that point, but that takes some effort.
Yeah. So, any guesses? Who's first runner up? Any guesses? Votes? Any guesses? You can officially say your own team name, right? Okay. So, first runner up is okay. Second runner up. Yeah. Yeah. Third place. Okay. It's ErgoTech Titans.